No Poppy yet, but that is the level up on Viego. I've still got enough mana as well to be able to use Despair. If I need to use Despair, I can use Despair. Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel with an expedition video for you today. This was such a fun expedition. I want to get a few more of these videos out. So if you enjoy yourself at any point, why not consider hitting that subscribe button and like or follow, comment, all that nonsense. And also, shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter and Instagram. If you want to catch the action live for yourself over on Twitch, please feel free to head over there. As well as there's the Discord link and all links down below. So let's get in and see how this expedition went. Queen Tahm Kench or Trundle. We actually recently did a Tahm Kench with Starspring, so I'm kind of less inclined to go down that way. Quinn, Ranger's Resolve, good statted free cost, or Trundle. Trundle does have regeneration, a little bit of ramp going in here as well. Like, I'm gonna take this and hope that I get given some really good options. Not the best of options that I'm getting. Like, I mean, I don't know. Trundle with Viego, would that even... I'm trying to think, like, because Trundle works off of, like, 8 cost. Like, in terms of, like, that's what makes him, his overwhelm go bigger. So, there are some good 8 cost spells, 8 plus cost spells in... I think there's less so in Shurima, but it depends on whether or not I just want to go with Renekton and just focus in on Renekton. Shurima's got some good cards. Shadow Isles also has some really good cards. That like control cards as well. Like, so if we were to like build, try to make like a Trundle control deck, but obviously of less 8 cost cards than what we would like, and we won't have Trendemir. Or we go with Malphite, but that does force us to go down like trying to go more landmarky, which like I don't really feel like I should go. So it is between these two for me, between Viego and Renekton. Renekton with like can be like really powerful and like smash himself up. We do have the Undying with Viego, like we could get a lot of good draw with Glimpse, and Leech could be a thing as well. Also Rekindler, we could also be given a Rekindler in Shadow Isles. I'm gonna take Viego, Trundle Viego, new meta. So we haven't really got too many 8 plus cards, but Avalanche is a good removal tool. I don't really want Targon to be my third region at this moment in time, so I'm going to go with help Viego plus another summon. Potentially It That Stares with this. It's something which could help Trundle, but also draw through Sentry. So Spirit Leech, and that is where like my mind instantly wants to go here. A bit of heals, Entomb for a reaction move. Yet a Youngling, get ourselves those 5/5s, as well as we got this. We do have a little bit of ramp, so we might actually be able to get to this, but I want to get the Spirit Leech at the 1 cost, because I haven't really got any good 1 cost, whereas like that does help us out. Scar Grounds. I mean, Withering Well is a good removal tool. Scar Grounds with Trundle could be good. Sod it, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it and then automatically regret everything. That's the key to everything that I do. Curse Keeper of Glimpse for that draw. Could have taken the middle package there for a little bit of combat tricks with its like healing slash like getting the attack up. So definitely could have considered that. I want to go down this route. The toughness on this unit for a 2 cost might be able to help us out. Plus that overwhelm. So I'll take this. Could use Black Spear as a, but it's one of those combat tricks which requires somebody to die beforehand. Part of me kind of wants to go down Sentry again. Give myself more draw. Is what this is all going to be about. Killing for draw or whatnot is what I seem to be specialising in. Like, but I need it to be more like kill spells and things that I can help the Undying. Atrocity / Spirit Leech. I feel like I need the Atrocity in there as a potential finisher if I get that. I haven't got too many combat tricks. Like Freneon's got like some really nice like Troll Chant and cards like that, as well as Shadow Isles has got like Vengeance and cards, but I haven't really been getting many of those control options, other than I got given a Grasp of the Undying a long time ago, but chose not to choose it. There was an Ice Shard there, but I didn't really want to choose Ice Shard. Don't know why. My mind just didn't want to go down that route. Yeah, again, haven't really got an 8 plus card, although like these two could still be good. We do have Scar Ground, so could be an argument for that, but I do like a Vile Feast, and the early game of the Fearsome Horror I will take. Yeah, again, haven't got too many 8 costs. Like, not like other than it that says, haven't got too many 8 costs that justifies going down this route. Sadly, maybe if I would have chosen more of these things like earlier on down the line, like it might have been giving me more 8+ cards. But I'm okay with this. I'm gonna take you just because you're helping out Viego, but Despair can also be one of those removals which can really help with certain cards that I need to remove. Vengeance, good removal tool. Am I going to be that guy who goes for the Ancestral Boon, hoping that we get all of our ramp cards and then go, ha! I buff all my units, +2/+2! It's not going to happen. Stalking Shadows. I do have a lot of units. Am I unit heavy? Yeah, I've got 20 units to do jiggy spells. I feel like I go down this route. The Vengeance, I think, is too good not to have. And I'm going to keep that little bit of heals. If that was for anything other than like a Healy card, I might have considered it. This one, though, getting rid of the Yeti Youngling, which like means that we're going to be getting rid of like potentially 2 5/5s for another one of these, which like this could really help Viego out, though. If I like focus in on Viego as being this is the plan for this expedition, we focus fully all in on Viego and hopefully end up getting a bunch of these, like literally, like, because this would be 4 of these soldiers, which are all going to be giving Viego plus that. I've got to go for it. I've got to. What I want them to give me is Ionia, because Ionia gives me like Deathmark or whatnot, so I can like start to swap around the ephemeralness. But anyway, let's get into this. But yeah, the fact that I've got Shadow Owl's not the best. Fiora's not really the issue. It is the dragons and the strike spells that Demacia has through concerted strike and whatnot. So that's where my issues are. Where are you? So they picked me for 1 damage. That's fine. I could throw down this. It's one of those kind of cards. I mean, I say that they're gonna immediately throw down the 2-cost dragon from Shadow Owls to devour this guy. What is it? I can't think of the name of it. The 2-cost dragon from Shadow Owls. Oh, okay, apparently not. So they're going to grab you anyway, right? They're going to grab you anyway, so I might as well get that little tiny bit of overwhelm damage. Because otherwise I'm not getting the overwhelm damage. They're taking it away. They're still going to be getting the damage in here. Sod it. Let's just take care of what we can take care of. For Demacia! So, starting the Viego hype train. Okay, Despair. If they throw down Shyvana, it might actually be not the worst move to use. I'm thinking to myself, do I want to throw down you? I'm actually going to pass just to see if they've got their champion in hand. This is probably not the smart move at all. Okay, they've not got the champion in hand, so I'm going to consider throwing you down. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. For Demacia! Dragon's out. I could Despair. What are the chances that they've got like Sharp Sight or something in hand which will massively punish me throwing Trundle down? Part of me is considering throwing this. I would throw Trundle down, but I can't take the risks. So I could deny the dragon. See if I can sneak out a single combat if they've got a single combat. Okay, so just trying to get a little bit of a hand read there, whether or not they had single combat. Ooh! Chronicler on top of the soldier, yet again helping out my boy, Viego. I kind of want to use Despair though. Is this going to be one of these things whereby I'm going to use Despair, then I'm going to immediately throw down Fiora or what's her face? Shyvana, and make me regret this decision. If they're gonna use a single combat or concerted strike off of it now, I'll accept that. But yeah, I feel like I'm okay with taking 4 damage, getting rid of the challenge dragon. It's a really valuable dragon. Obviously, I've got other problems I wish I'd be dealing with. So they don't have any more dragons, right? That's important to know. Dragons are out. Dragons are out. But they do still have 4 Demacia. I'm just trying to think. Riposte, like all the punishes. Riposte, of course, concerted strike. Okay, right, so they're going with that now. I knew there was a chance of it, but I still don't regret the decisions that I made. Okay, we just know that there's no dragons, but they can start top decking dragons. Oh, where are we? I mean, I couldn't have used it anyway. I didn't have the mana for it. So they have dragons again. I could just vengeance that dragon away, so I don't have to worry about it. It's not the move that I want to do, but a dragon with scout kind of got to get rid of. I've got a lot of resources. Also, I'm thinking to myself, It That Stares. If they would have done that, we would have thrown down the sentry onto that. Like, It That Stares. It That Stares is still not a bad move. I mean, obviously, they're going to be getting a spied in, they're going to be getting a 6-cost spell, so there's, like, certain things like that. But that's going to be done, that's going to be taking a lot of damage. Ice Pillar means that I can decide where you go. Like, the only reason I'm throwing down Ice Pillar here is because I want to see if they develop more. If they develop more, It That Stares becomes like... Because I've got no more Trundles. Trundle's done now. There was only one Trundle in the list and he's dead. So, the Ice Pillar, I might as well use it. And now I need to think to myself, what are you going to do? And what you do will determine what I decide to do. In terms of whether or not I'm going to decide to go for It That Stares. I see your moves, Yugi. I could actually throw down you with this to know that I'm gonna be like you're gonna be turning into like quite a potent unit next turn. I do know that they've got the 4 Demacia, so It That Stares says not a bad decision. This might be a very stupid move, but my mind is telling me get that down. It That Stares. If only I had Scargrounds on the board as well. My opponent deciding just to leave it for the time being. Like, what's the chances? Quite huge, probably. What's the chances? Do 2 damage to all other units. I know that they're going to be getting a spider. I know they're going to be getting a 6-cost spell, but I need to be just removing their board so that they don't. So that 4 Demacia is less of a threat. This is what I'm. I long for a worthy opponent. So riposte, like any kind of barrier spell. Both of the champs are out. I kind of want to go for a Chronicler here. Just because this way I'm just helping out. Help out my boy Viego. I can accept your death, sadly. I mean, I could actually save you. Is it worthwhile saving you, though? That's the question. So, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bloody do it. I'm going to force them to use more of their resources. Right now, I've got a good hand, like, in terms of resource-wise. My opponent is losing resources. So, if I can force out more of them, I'll be happy. I wish that I'd had Scargrounds on the board when I did that. Imagine, my Ice Pillar might actually be worthwhile. Okay. We go the long way round. But they've got both their champions out. One of my champions has died in this game. Trundle died. Still with the Viego in hand. They've got a big 6/6. They've only... it's looking at, like, all the different things they can have. Concerted Strike, Single Combat, Strafing Strike. Like, all these different things. Vengeance, Ruination. So many different cards that they can have. That it makes me scared to throw down Viego, because then that will be my last champ out. Not that it 100% requires like champion, but it's just nice to have champs, isn't it? Let's face it. So 6 mana. That was the random 6-cost spell that they got given. It's a bit of a shame, really, because I could have used Chronicler on top of that, but it's okay. I will live with the decisions. I can still throw down Scargrounds before I throw down. I just want to get them out of Concerted Strike range. Not that actually Concerted Strike. I don't think they can actually still get unless they got another buff on top of it. Such ballsy moves. So they're gonna throw that. Actually, I might as well keep you back because they're just gonna throw these in front. You've got Fearsome, which means they could still have a buff to throw one of these little sandmen in the way, but willing to take the risk. I'm only throwing you up because I kind of want you to. So riposte. So you're gonna die, so I will actually be getting a buff on Viego. I can accept this. It's not ideal, obviously, and they're very close to leveling her. But on the plus side, I'm starting to get my ice pillar up through that. Viego's halfway through his level up. This could do a lot in terms of on top of it that stairs towards his level up. The only problem with this is that it makes less room for his mists. That's literally like the main issue with the landmark is I am making less room. That works. That was good morning, MetalBiter. How are you doing, buddy? But I'm fine with this. I atrocity directly. They're gonna get the level up. It does mean they've got the strike. They've got the strike spell, so I have got like that issue to deal with. So maybe there was an argument for using atrocity. But this is actually we can get him to the level up. He hasn't got the best of health, though, is the biggest problem. So all it's going to take is a concerted strike. If I do this on top, because I was going to do it on top of you. But how many more do you have? Actually, it doesn't actually matter, does it? Because it'll just be replacing. Because we've already used the encroaching mist. So swear Skeletor, the Prime subscription. They know that Viego's going to be leveling. They obviously don't have a strike spell to be able to deal with him. Shadow mode to my opponent, and also thank you, MetalBiter. Darius and the Aurelian Soul. I'm so scared. Okay. They have, if they've got really a really good aggressive deck, I might actually be done for, because right now I'm not being given the best solutions to the terrible problem which I have. All I've got to do is keep knocking me down. Just throw down the despair just to keep you alive. I'm willing to sacrifice this one's life here. The question's gonna be whether or not I decide Undying or Scargrounds now. Oh, sod it. Let's just throw it out and let it be known. Not that it really helps me in any massive way here, but just let it be known. Let's go with helping Viego. Trundle can come down next turn. So I'm gonna go give myself a blocker, but also helping Viego out. Seems like the best plan I've got. Threatens 4 damage. Ooh. If they got a flock as well, it's all gonna come. Like, if they got the ravenous flock as well. Okay, so we can throw down Trundle. They throw it down, which actually no, he's a so they're definitely more Noxian than they are the Freljord. So I could just Vengeance you down. Trundle wouldn't actually be able to get past this. Actually, no, he wouldn't. Sorry, ignore me. Trundle wouldn't be able to get past this. I feel like I need to keep the Vengeance back for Darius or what's their face? So I'm actually gonna throw down you. Not that it means anything, but I'm thinking to myself, throw down the encroaching mist into this conflict. Because either way, I mean, I think there's only like one card in my deck which would actually matter, and that would be Vile Feast. I mean that in terms of being able to kill this, but obviously they've then put on a buff, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. My big boy Viego! Maybe I should have kept that Vengeance back. My big boy Viego! It's either that or Trundle. I feel like we go with Viego. Huh. It does. I am tough, but it does mean like am I gonna be that guy who goes for the Billy Big Bollocks move of using Despair? I don't. It means going down significantly. But my mind's telling me, let's do this. Let's just go. Let's just go. And then it means that I get a big boy attack on my opponent with probably very little resistance from them. And then if they throw down Darius, immediately knowing that I've got the vengeance to deal with him. I feel that's my only plan, is to hope that they now throw down big boy Darius and go, look, oh yes! So, I mean, there's nothing you can do that can get past vengeance, is there? There's literally nothing. We wait until the attack is confirmed. Okay. Throw you in front just to send a message. Actually, no, wait, does that matter? Sonnet. I don't think I've got anything for 2 that would be able to stop this. Okay, right, now we just go, I mean, you've shown your hand, Darius! You have shown your hand, and we have found you to be wanting. We go forward. Share the moat to my opponent, potentially. Yep, share the moat to my opponent. Really well played. You've shown your hand! Fizz and Poppy. you know this is gonna have like rallies or what, or there's gonna be the snidey Bandle tree in there. But then there is the chance of mini morph. What I need to respect here is Viego might not be my best win con in this matchup because they could have mini morph. So yeah, that is something majorly to consider. I can throw down you. I'm thinking to myself, like, the reason why I kept the hand that I did, I was thinking Soldier into Ruin. Gonna immediately go forward here. I've got no other really good turn too, so I'm just gonna force the damage in. I assume they've got Poppy? I can assume they've got Poppy, or assume that they chose the health on this, so they wanted to heal this one up before going forward. Who does not know the name, Laron? She can still survive an attack by Laron, and then we can use Chronicler on top of her, so it's not too bad. This just screams that they've got Poppy in hand. That's literally all this is screaming, is Poppy, 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 Poppy. I've got no way of dealing with her unless I top deck a Vengeance, which I don't. Dragon onto the Spider, but I feel that the smarter move... I feel that the smarter move is to do this, just because this one costs the most. Could have saved this back for Viego, I guess. So Poppy's going to come down. Oh no! I mean, Poppy is going to be coming down. I can definitely sense that, like, she's a coming. I'm just going to go forward with this because they get good trades off of the Protégé, so willing to accept and wait. Like, I really want to throw Viego down, but I'm getting, like, this is when you get into scary times. I want to throw him down, but... Oh, sharp sight.
Yes, Mama is a beast.
Oh, it's like I know what I want. I know what I want, but at the same point, I could still use Glimpse, right? So if I throw down Viego and he gets grabbed, I can tell myself I can still use Glimpse on top of the Spider. Like if they use. It only means he just lives, and there's so many different spells in Bandle which only do like 1 point of damage. I regret everything. That's fine. You know what? Kill her. You know what? Have your fun. Have your fun. Kill her. It's fine. I really want to. I want to make sure I'm killing this. I could go for the Glimpse, but I want to be trying to remove as many things as possible so that I mean, to be fair, Poppy might not even be the main focus of this list. It might just be full-on Fizz. But I'm okay with that. I will accept. He says, single combat! Okay. They don't single combat me yet. I can throw down this immediately to give Viego a buff. Like, all I can see is that they're just swarming me with going as wide as possible on the ball. And so, I need to hope Throw this down. So I'm out of single combat territory, but it still is concerted strike. There's also, like, the poppy spell is a thing. Isn't the poppy spell like a shuffle, a unit or something? Place an enemy unit on top of the enemy's deck. So they could use that. Okay. Glimpse is what I'm thinking here. So they're going wide on me, but we're going to go for Big Boy Viego. Big Boy Viego! I mean, they're going to throw down Poppy now, aren't they? At least I got to spare. If they throw down Poppy, I do have a despair, and I'd be more than willing to take that damage into my core. 110%. Do I go for level, trying to get the level again? I feel like I have to, right? I feel like I have to try to go for trying to get this level. I would go forward with you, but I don't know why. There's something in my mind that just like that slight chance of sharp sight is squeaky bum time for me. Like I'm not willing to accept it. I'd rather make sure that Viego lives and levels. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. Make sure that Viego lives and levels. They don't want to level him. They really want to make sure he doesn't level. I'm gonna go forward with everyone, I guess. Try to 100% focus down that level. Oh, the bot, you say? Think you got a bot in chat? I do indeed. Ah, do you want to be famous? Do you want to be sent to the Shadow Realm? Indeed. So, all good. Thank you, MetalBiter, as well, for pointing it out. It's times like this that I really wish that I had I had one more point of mana. It that stares would be such a good move right now. Like, it would remove so much of my competition. Plus, it would level my boy. I mean, I can actually still level him if I use the dragon. So there is that. Can still level with dragon. No Poppy yet. No Poppy yet, but that is the level up on Viego. I've still got enough mana as well to be able to use Despair. If I need to use Despair, I can use Despair. So it's all good. I will read that. I will read that lore dump afterwards, buddy, because it's quite a long bit of lore dump, as you say. Okay, what's going on? Oh, okay. So they're gonna grab Viego. Oh, Gomez, are you? Like, I need to think about this. I mean, if I take 8 to core, if I do take 8 to core, I'm taking another 5 damage elusively, plus 2 damage in off of the impacts. I'm taking another 7 damage if I do this. Oh, am I willing to do it? They've still got the elusive in on me that I can't do anything about. It would save Viego's life is the only plus side I would have here. This is because this despair is not a Viego, so it's not like I can just throw down another Viego. I'm gonna tell myself that I've got this. I'm gonna convince myself that that's enough. It's not, but I'm gonna convince myself that that's enough. Oh! Shit! I'm out to my opponent. I guess we had it that stares. It was worth it. Shut him out to my opponent. They were just like, okay, we'll remove the Viego and then we'll be fine. Shut him out to my opponent. So many. Why is everyone so Shadow Isles? Shadow Isles has got like such good removal. Why would you choose it? Senna as well. So Senna is a Senna's actually like, you know, really devastating in Expedition. Even if you don't find anything which makes the darkness do more damage, the fact that she's a perpetual machine which just keeps giving you more and more darknesses, which can, like, it's just a good, it's an amazing resource in Expedition to have. part of me's... Oh, god damn. I shouldn't keep Undying. I can't defend with Undying. Which is one of the reasons why I love Minion. Minion is such a great widget card that they've printed. I am 100% happy with the new Minion card. There's so many different decks which can utilize Minion that I'm so happy it's a Shadow Isles card, because it's one of those kind of cards where it's kind of like the Undying in that it's a perpetual like card which keeps coming, because it's got like a last breath. When I die, like, I come back to hand at the end of the round. So as long as you've got space in your hand, it's like a continuous card which can keep coming back. And in Shadow Isles, especially with like Shadow Isles is mostly to do with killing its own stuff, it's such a good card to have. And it can be a blocker, because Undying can't block, but a Minion could block. Obviously, it's not going to help you too much against Overwhelm, but the fact that it's a unit that can block, I'm very happy. Like, Minion, very happy with the design. Want it in my life 100%. So that's all I have to say on the matter. Not the shaky T. Oh my god, they're not doing it like. Oh! I feel like they're top heavy. I feel like they're gonna have vengeance. Like, I feel like they're gonna have vengeance and they're gonna have Dawn Shadow. Like that's where my mind is telling me that my opponent is gonna be. So they're doing the shaky T emote, but I feel like I don't play Viego next turn, because to me, I feel like they've got like the big boy removal spells in their hand. Yep, so there we go, Piercing Darkness, which is a shame, because I should have expected that. If I could have used my glimpse, I could have stopped that or denied that heal. Yep, so I'm not willing to throw down Viego into this. I haven't got any good removal spells myself. Part of me is considering using this, just so that I get the draw, but also it gives me a good attack this turn. I've got the second Viego now, which makes me feel a little bit better, but am I willing to accept? I mean, the Undying will be dying if they were to go for that trade-off. I can still throw down so I can remove this from being an issue. It's not the best, but I can still remove at least one of their champions. Senna is actually more the problem. Senna's the champion I need to kill, but killing one of their champions is still not bad. But Senna is the one. Senna, you're the trouble. Proper troublemaker. I could throw down Trundle. Vile Feast is, I think, the only thing that punishes. I could... Yeah. I feel like Vile Feast is the only thing that punishes this. So, got to consider it. They leave it. I mean, Vengeance. I've now got... At least I've got Vengeance. If nothing else, I do have the Vengeance. I'm willing to sacrifice Trundle. He was never the big man anyway. I just feel like before they play more cards, or like, Whale is obviously a card that could come down. Like, there's a lot of different cards that could punish me here, but I feel like let's go for the open.
Moving in.
Trying to full so. I mean, so that's the other center as well. If you kill the target, does that actually stop it from, like, it is kill a unit and give... Yeah, so that doesn't actually... Like, killing the target doesn't do anything. So if you were to glimpse this, it doesn't, like, fizzle the spell or anything, sadly. Which is much upset. I wish it did. I could still use Vengeance in order to remove this center, just so that I'm not having to worry about that. It's not ideal. And it does now mean that we know that the center, the other center's gone back into the list. But I feel like I have to do that. I have to remove that. I can't let center stay on the ball for too long. Okay, so the only person who can defend against this is the dragon, but it's got such terrible health and can be killed by darkness that I have to basically consider throwing that down. I could throw down it that stares, but I feel like we go for buffing Viego and potentially getting Viego out this turn. The whole world will know my anguish. So that's going to be dying, but on the same point, we're going to be getting another... Like, that's going to be going up in stats, but we're going to be getting another mist, helping Viego, getting Viego closer to his level up. So there can be a lot... There's probably going to be a lot of really good removal from my opponent, which I have to bear in mind. I have got another Viego in hand, so I expect... Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. So I'm going to throw down the Ice Pillar first, because at least I get that mana back. Ice Pillar, I don't really care, so if they throw down a Ruination, I'm not even... Fixed. Yeah, that's me. I felt like moves like this would come at me. There's nothing that I can really do which changes this up. So, I accept. The problem is now that I'm basically forcing myself to have to play... The last actually no, quick. Have we got another Viego? Have we got three Viegos? I can't remember how many Viegos I've got now. 1 Viego, 2 Viego, 3 Viego, 4, 5 Viego, 6 Viego, 7 Viego more. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how many Viegos I've got. I'm willing to do this with the consideration of It That Stares. That's what I'm considering here, is that I do have an It That Stares. I could go forward with Viego, and it would force them to trade off here, but I feel like there's too many removal spells they could have. Plus, I know that It That Stares is going to be able to potentially get rid of this. That I'm kind of okay with this. If I throw you down... Listen to the sounds of the wild! I at least know that you're going to be going up to a 6/6. I need to always remember I've got this Undying. I need to make sure I don't use up too much space, so the Undying's always going to come back. Okay, Senna, not the best. So, Swear Skeletal, thank you for the subscription. We had a few people subscribe today, like resubscribing, inside like MetalBiter, Inside Claw, and now thank you so much. It does mean so much. 2 months in a row. Right, am I going to be that guy who goes for using the Despair here, just so that we just like force Senna away from me? Don't have to worry about her, or try not to worry about her. Yep, there it is. There it is. Much upset. Except the only thing that I can do now is so the only thing I can do now is hope that I get some really good trades, or just go like straight in with this. I will be killing the spider, but the spider knew the risks. I'm gonna tell myself. The spider knew the risks. So that now means Shaky T! Shaky T comes back. They were so top heavy on spells. I could throw you down for nothing, but I feel like I've just got to go for the open. I mean, they're still dead to that. I'm thinking to myself, do I want to grab this? But I'm going to go for grabbing it on the Undying, just in case they've got ways of getting round, which they could do. Because this has only got 1 health. There's so many different ways that they can get around. I feel like I keep... Yeah. I think that might have been enough. I guess, actually, if he would have grabbed that, that wouldn't have been enough. But I can still throw down this. Leaves them on 1. I shall take them down to 1. If only you were the other one. That would have been good. Yeah, no, I don't mind taking them down to 1. Just call me Juan Sheet. Scargrounds, because sod it at this point. We know that we've got the Undying coming back. The Shaky T! I'm so scared. Like, they keep Shaky T emoting me, but this game could just turn around at any point. And that's what makes me scared. Sentinel. So they can get themselves some lifesteal. I've got no way of stopping this lifesteal this time as well. Shadow mode! I mean, I had no way of stopping the lifesteal! They could have actually fully gone on, taken out my pillar. I mean, it depended on what else is going on in their hand. We did still have a lot of damage, but still, I could consider Glimpse. Glimpse, just give me that extra bit of draw. Taking this dragon over you, but it does mean that if I've not played my singular 1 cost, or if I don't have another like 2 cost, then it means taking that damage out of my Nexus, which is never a fun thing. Remitter is actually a really fun, like, you never know what the hell you're gonna get. But Curse Keeper is still some of that early game. If I was gonna consider anything out of this, it would be the Glimpse. But I do really like the Withering Wail for the heals as well. But I feel like we're gonna go all in on the Viego, and so being able to kill things when I need to kill things, I feel is important. I'm gonna actually keep this as a good 2 cost. Despair for removal. Despair for removal, to be able to remove something which I desperately need to. I mean, the last one, there's literally no point in considering. There's only, like, you know, 2 cards which fall into that, and that one goes down in cost, so that one doesn't make any sense. But this middle one, it is a good statted unit, an overwhelm unit. It's a really annoying to deal with when this drops onto the board. But Despair, to be able to remove a problem... So I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. It's a big statted unit. It's big boy. Rekindler. Rekindler to bring back Viego. It scares the pants off of me. It's most likely going to scare the pants off of my opponent. Sod it. Going to go for that. Get rid of Scargrounds. Scargrounds hasn't really been doing too much for me. It's been a bit of a banter card more than it's been anything useful. So I could consider getting rid of Scargrounds to be able to give myself another one of these dragons. Vile Feast 4 Black Spear could be a consideration, and also the idea of having life steal, but I guess this has got Drain. It's fearsome, it's got Drain. Oh, I mean, does Trundle really help us in any way, shape, and form? Kindred probably, I would have loved this. If this trade was Trundle for Viego, it would have been even more better, but I will take Kindred. We've got a lot of things which kill our own units and slay our own units, so I will take Kindred, but I wish this was for another Viego. That's all I'm saying. Troll Chant, great combat trick. We haven't really got too many combat tricks going on in our list, so Troll Chant would have actually been a really good combat trick to get. I'm gonna keep Atrocity. Always keep Atrocity in this one, and I feel like I keep the rest of my stuff in this list. I'm kind of happy with, yeah, I'm happy with what I've got there. It That Stares for another dragon. How many of these dragons have we got now? Okay, so we got 3 of these dragons. This will give us 4 of these dragons. But It That Stares actually coming in clutch sometimes when my opponent's got like a huge ball to be able to do 2 damage to everything. That's not actually a bad thing to have. I could consider this one, but Possession could be quite funny. Like, depending on what the situation is, Possession could be quite funny. Giving Regeneration to Viego could be good, but I don't know what my last opponent's going to be. For all I know, they're going to be Bandle City, and they immediately throw down that they have all the mini moves. So I just feel like I leave that out, and so it's the final battle. A true Felorian welcome. I'm against Porobot, but not only is it Porobot, it's Porobot with his full-on mascot of Brom. Brom is on the chop. Okay, we can beat him. We can win this. Why am I even scared? There's nothing to be scared of. We can beat the crap out of Porobot with his big moustache. Be fine. I'm actually gonna keep. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna keep early game. I'm gonna make sure that Porobot does not just get an early aggressive start on me. Okay, it's fine. It's okay. They're not in P&Z, so they're not gonna have the elusive Poro too much. They might get the elusive Pro through Lonely Poro, but they're not going to have the elusive Pro too much, and if they've got all the Poro snacks, like, we'll be fine. We've got Viego. We've got Viego, it's fine. Okay. Listen to the sounds of the wind. They cannot use Poro snack. It's important. They cannot use Poro snack, so let's just get rid of this one and get rid of this one, because if they don't have any Poros on the field, their moves like this can't do anything to us. They can't hurt us, okay? I mean, I'm starting to freak out too much just that I'm against Porobot. I should just chill out. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be a-okay. We've got Viego. I've got my big boy Fearsome Dragon, which is very hard for them to deal with. So let's go. It's actually like we. I'm feeling relatively confident. He says, but Porobot seems to always get like such an aggressive. It now throws down double Poro Snack, and then this is when the aggression comes for me. I'm gonna throw down Viego. My queen! Oh my god. The people are my strength. I had nothing. I mean, I guess actually no, because I couldn't have played this. Going down to 7. It's never where you want to go. But health is just a resource, right? Health is just a resource. So I'm actually gonna go with just trying to kill these Poros before they go with big boy Poro moves. Health is just a resource. We can kill you later. Vengeance! Right, okay. I don't have to worry about this problem as much. I've got to worry about a little tiny bit, but not as much as I've been worrying about it. I could consider throwing you down. It does kind of... I mean, I feel like they'd just go straight into that, wouldn't they? Like, I've got a vengeance to deal with this. Maybe the better plan is help Viego. Help Viego. I'm so glad that they've not got elusive or I'm so glad there's no good keyword that Poro currently has. Because that would have probably been the death of me. Okay, I'm feeling good. if I say it enough times, it might be true. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling loose. I've got 8 health, that's all I need. Who needs more than 8 health? So, vengeance. So I'm so glad that this does not have overwhelm. I feel like I would have been in a more terrible spot if that did. So I can straight up vengeance. It leaves me with 2 mana, so it means I can still throw down a sentry. This, you know that Porobot's gonna throw in that very sneaky Poro Stack. So I know that I've got vengeance. I could go for developing more. So I could go for developing more, and then off of that, still means I'd be taking this because it means I wouldn't be able to vengeance this down, but I could still block with Big Boy Dragon. There is the chance that they just throw down Poro Snack and these go up to 4/4s, which might be issues in and of themselves. If I throw down this, at least means that Viego goes up. I've got another ephemeral to be able to defend self with. I could throw this in front of this. I don't really want to, but I could. I'm just trying to think what the better move is. You should reference this game as Season 2 of Arcade. Okay. Sonic. I might end up regretting this move. I feel like I'm going to regret this move. They can no longer use the thing, but they can decide to drag. Do I do this? Just so that I can decide where this goes and they can't decide where this goes. Actually, I've got loads of Viegos, right? I've got Viegos in hand. It's like, do I want to save this Viego, or do I not care about him? He gets grabbed, throw this one down, then throw down more Viegos. Because obviously I could use Despair on top of this so they can't grab this to take away. I got up early! Viego spell is right! Let's go for the Viego spell. Means that I keep Viego alive. I'm going to tell myself that I do have healing moves somewhere in this deck. There are moves of healing. I just need to find them. So, the thing of it is that I would really love to keep you alive. Because if I keep you alive, you've got Drain. And Drain is very nice. But then again, I could basically get Viego close enough to leveling. Very nice. Finishing of Poros. Let Viego die. Let Viego die. Out of curiosity, what health would we be on if we do this? Be on 4 health? I mean, 4 health is not the worst health to be on. The people are... I mean, they immediately decimate. Oh my god, I can see it now. Decimate's gonna come for me. Now that I don't want it to, there's gonna be the immediate, decimate. Okay. So Viego is basically leveled. I mean, I can just level Viego by killing this. It gives me another draw as well. It's whether or not I want to keep my mana, potentially go with this. So maybe use a glimpse. Use the glimpse instead. Find answers. Okay, actually, potentially Keeper. Oh no! I mean, okay, right, I've got Vengeance. I've got Vengeance, but I've got 2 targets that I now need to Vengeance. 2 targets that need Vengeancings. Actually, as long as you level up, you'll give me one of them. So throw down my boy. We see through all. So I can get heals, kind of ish, maybe. I can heal myself, kind of, maybe. If I throw forward both of these, like this one gets traded into either one of these 2. I feel like I do this. Do I want to consider throwing forward everything in the hopes that I get the crowd favourite? Like if I throw forward everything, because these are both fearsome, so they can only be blocked by the, like, is it worthwhile literally? If I go forward with Viego, I think that's going to be too much of an issue. But these can only be blocked by these 2. Means that I've still got the Vengeance. Like, Viego's going to give me control of whoever the strongest is. I feel that this is the move that I do and tell myself that every little thing is going to be okay. It's probably not, but that's fine. I'm okay with this. Like, I could have gone forward with Viego as well, but I just didn't feel like it was going to be enough damage to kill them. We're going to get the Poro's going to come over to my side of the field. Surrender to me! And Brom is on the job. We now use Spirit Leech on top of this, just so that it never goes back to them ever again. Am I going to regret the decisions I've made? Probably. But we're helping Viego. We're getting big boys. I've not got my Vengeance anymore, so all it takes is a very special move. Okay. I feel okay here. We might actually be able to get through this alive, you know. We now use Despair to kill Brom. No! Oh, you'd know it'd be that one, they'd have Brom in hand. It'd be that one time that I go to do this thinking I'm going to take 0 damage, and then they throw, take I feel like I'll wait on that front. I don't need to go big bollocks in on that move right now. It's not necessary. Okay, right. Okay. Poros are on the job. See? So, we don't know what their last card is. Just need to hope it's not a good one. I'll take that 0 damage to core, please. Ah! Profit's on the job. Not that I've got space on the board, but why is it always these things? Okay, I feel like we've beaten Porobot. I feel like there's no way that Porobot can win. Shout out to Porobot! Poro on Poro action there. Shout out to Porobot. Really well played. Whew, 7 wins, people. 7 wins. That's what I'm talking about. See, we didn't even get to see Kindred. We swapped for Kindred, but we never got to see Kindred alive. 7 wins. That's what it's all about. From flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.